Boss mit immer seinen ganz besonderen Ideen bezüglich des Motorsportdesigns. Und er hat seinen Kollegen, eigentlich wären zwei, aber für einen interessieren wir uns ganz besonders. Und das hier steht nicht für Mixon und für Tobi Schimon. Und der steht da.
Hier steht, oder sitzt besser gesagt, neben Luke Hartog. Das ist ja auch so ein bisschen Generationentreffen. Carlos Rivers und Talent-Pool-Fahrer Luke Hartog. Das ist ja das Besondere. Seit 2018 gibt es eben die Nachwuchsförderung. Und Luke, du bist jetzt Teil dieser Nachwuchsförderung. Was genau umfasst die denn alles?
Ja, ich muss sagen, ich habe ganz viele. I'm looking forward to the race today. It's a great day, it's a good atmosphere, so can't wait to start.
This is fantastic racing. Das ist schon fahrkonstant in diesem. Loses control. Da sind sie nebeneinander zu zweit, zum Glück.
It's the 60th race at the Nürburgring for the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, and suddenly the championship has been blown wide open. Lauren Heinrich looked to be running away with the 2022 championship, but the defending champion Larry Tenforder is on a charge. He is working hard, having won 3 of the last 4 races, and a mistake yesterday by Lauren Heinrich that saw him spin. He did recover to come back in 10th place, but suddenly Tenforder has closed in on the points championship lead. He is just 13 points behind Lauren Heinrich. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to race 10 of this 16 race season for the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. We are at the Nürburgring, a legendary circuit. We are on the sprint configuration as we look at our pole sitter, Dylan Pereira, for Iron Force Racing by Phoenix. He started on pole yesterday, but came home in 3rd place, and he really wants to come home and put it on the top step of the podium at the end of this race. It's a double pole for Dylan Pereira, but that man there, Larry Tenforder, starting alongside him, and he is absolutely on a mission at the moment for Team GB Elite. Larry Tenforder, the man who is already the most successful driver in the history of Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. Yesterday was his 48th podium and his 21st win. Today could well be his 49th podium and his 22nd win, but we have 30 minutes of racing between now and then before that can be confirmed. The driver 3rd on the grid, Luke Hartog, he is one of the up-and-coming superstars in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, running for Black Falcon Racing, still looking for that elusive first win. Surely it must be around the corner. He has been there or thereabouts this year, but still looking to improve on the 2nd place that he got at race 6 in Imola. And there, starting 4th on the grid, Lauren Heinrich, the points leader. He came into this weekend with a 32-point lead. That is now down to 13 points. The man who is going to be in front of him, Larry Tenforder, is the man he needs to beat. And the first corner of this race is going to be one well worth watching. It's into turn 1, and it's a place where many incidents do occur. It's a great overtaking opportunity, but also a controversial spot. Here is the new up-and-coming Charger in Carrera Cup Germany, the 99 car for Allied Racing with Bastian Boos at the wheel. He is the newest winner in Carrera Cup Germany. He won his first ever race at Imola back in June. Another of the up-and-coming Chargers, Maurice Schuring. He is someone who's just always there at the front of the grid. He is looking for his first win in the series. He's had a couple of 2nd places. He's had a pole position, but he still has yet to visit the top step of the podium. Max van Splunteren really finding some form as this season continues, and a 5th place, in fact, at Imola, being his best result of the season so far. Conditions here are absolutely perfect. The temperature is 22 degrees. You can see how blue the sky is as we look at the number 8 car of Alex Fack. He is in the rookie standings. He's the highest qualified rookie on the grid, but he's not at the top of the rookie championship. That position belongs to Lorcan Hannafin. Lorcan Hannafin starting 2 positions behind him on the grid, but he is 35 points ahead of Alex Fack in the rookie championship. So Alex needs to keep Lorcan behind him if he wants to close in on the rookie championship lead. Rudy Van Buren in number 57, another driver who is always there at the front, towards the front of the pack, still looking for a first podium, but surely that is only a matter of time. And there is the aforementioned Lorcan Hannafin, the British driver who we welcome to Porsche Carrera Cup Germany here in 2022. He has been mightily impressive and has been picking up points consistently all season long, and that is why he leads the rookie championship. Another of the up-and-coming talents, another of the rookies, another of the talent pool is that car there. Huub van Eindhoven for GP Elite. He came through the Porsche Benelux Series, the number 29 pilot for GP Elite, and the talent pool drivers really are something very special this year. Yesterday was a very dramatic race. At the opening stages, we saw a massive rollover for Georgi Donchev, a barrel roll 2.5 times for the Huber Racing Porsche. The car was very, very badly damaged. Pleased to say Georgi was absolutely fine. He walked away from it, but for this event, for this race, he is sat at the seat, in the seat of the Michael Ammermuller car. Michael, who has been running this season, has decided to call it a day. Family commitments and work commitments really have been stacking up. He hasn't had the kind of success he was hoping for on his return to Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, so he has decided to call it a day, and his car is now in the hands of Georgi Donchev, because yesterday's car is going to take more than a moment's work to get it pointing in the right direction again. It was an unbelievable accident, really dramatic, but pleased to say Georgie was okay, and it's a video that will be replayed for a long time to come. The engines are running, conditions, as we've already mentioned, absolutely perfect. Now Dylan Pereira, it's a season for him that has been very up and down, and he was very much a championship contender. He still is, but it is starting to slip away a little bit, and he needs to turn this pole position into a win, because the drivers in front of him, including Bastian Boos, are starting to pull away. Pole sitter Dylan Pereira is 60 points off the championship lead. Bastian Boos, third in the championship, is 37 points adrift of Lauren Heinrich. And as already mentioned, Larry Tenforder, 13 points off the championship lead. You saw a quick view there from the perspective of Jan-Erik Sluten. He is currently leading the Pro-Am Championship, but Carlos Rivas is closing in on him. Jan-Erik Sluten not been feeling 100% this weekend, really looking for a bit of damage limitation from a poor starting position. Let's have a look at the starting positions of everybody. Dylan Pereira on pole position with defending champion Larry Tenforder alongside Luke Hartog, third on the grid, and Lauren Heinrich alongside him. Row 3, Bastian Boos and Morris Schuring. They are a great challenging row, row 3. Max van Splunteren and Alex Fack line up on row 4 of the grid. Row 5, Rudy Van Buren and Lorcan Hannafin in 10th position on the pack. Huub van Eindhoven and Jesse van Koik on row 6. And on row 7, Alex Tauscher and Richard Wagner. He's had a great weekend, particularly with his qualifying form for Iron Force Racing. Lucas Groneveld and Jukka Hunkavori line up 8th on the grid, and 9th is Ariel Levy and Lucas Ertel for Kartek Motorsport by Nigren. Carlos Rivas, the leading Pro-Am driver, alongside Hal Prochik on row 10, and row 11 is Jan Seifert and Zoran Spreng, another of the Black Falcon pilots. Row 12 of the grid, Dan Van Kooyt, the driver involved with Georgi Donchev yesterday, and Jan-Erik Slooten. And on row 13, Sebastian Freimert, Jonas Greif for SSR Huber Racing. Ahmad Al-Shahab lines up on row 14 alongside Tim Stender, who's guesting, and then it's Christoph Langer and Kai Pfister, another guest driver, and a third guest driver, Mark Thomas for ID Racing, alongside Georgi Donchev, who starts at the back as a result of having that car replacement. So we're on the formation lap here at the Nürburgring. We are on the sprint circuit. There is confirmation of the points championship that we've just been talking about. This is a circuit that is 3.629 kilometers around, 11 turns, 4 to the left and 7 to the right. It's all to play for in this race 10 of a 16-race season for Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. The cars now lining up in the glorious sunshine at this legendary circuit under the shadow of Nürburgring Castle. You can see Lauren Heinrich just making sure he's exactly in the right position on the grid. Carlos Rivas, the Pro-Am driver, looking to retain his Pro-Am title this year for Black Falcon Racing, just getting some final heat into the tyres, and now he lines himself up in his grid box. So everybody with tyres warmed up, brakes ready to go, into position, and now very shortly we will be getting ready for 30 minutes of racing. Stand by. This is Porsche Carrera Cup Germany 2022. If you've never seen this before, hold on to your hats. This is one of the best series in the world, and we are ready to start this 10th race of the season. We have clearance from the back. The red lights will come on. When they go off, the cars will be racing. Away we go, and it's Dylan Pereira who moves across to block Larry Tenforder. A much better start than yesterday into turn 1. Larry Tenforder. Now Lauren Heinrich up into third place. Luke Hartog hung out on the outside line. He's going to go deep into the corner. Dylan Pereira leading the way. We got a spinner in the middle. It's Lorcan Hannafin and Harold Prochik. Both spun in the middle of turn 1. Lorcan Hannafin, our rookie leader, and Harold Prochik did some pirouettes. There's also the 95 of Richard Wagner's also spun. So some formation spinning in the opening lap of this race. But Lorcan Hannafin, the rookie leader, suddenly dropping down the pack. Luke Hartog down to 4th place. Lauren Heinrich up to 3rd. And he will be really keen to get past Larry Tenforder. He needs that for the championship. It looks like Bastian Boos, who's also dropped back a little bit. Certainly one of the Allied racing cars. Number of drivers really struggling for traction here. That is Bastian Boos, the number 99 car, a little way back in the queue. He's got a bit of work to do from there. But it's Dylan Pereira who leads the way, and Alex Fack as well. So the driver that is 2nd in the Rookie Championship has also spun. So 2 of the Fack Autotech cars spinning on the opening lap of this race. So whether it's just the heat of the day, whether there's some fluid down on the track, but let's have another look, and you can see drivers getting onto the dirt, and in the background you can see the Fack Autotech Porsche going spinning in a cloud of dust. The rest of the field comes streaming through. So both Alex Fack and Lorcan Hannafin, both running for the same team, both in the Rookie Championship in 1st and 2nd, and both pointing in the wrong direction. That looks like Morris Schering, who's fighting his way through the pack. The rest of the cars coming through, and there's another spinner. Clearly traction is an issue. The number 5, Soren Spring. There's debris on the track. He comes out in front of Harold Prochik. Prochik having to take avoiding action. So all 3 of these, all 4 of those cars that you see in your picture have all had a spin, and they're all running together at the back. So who knows what's going on with the traction issues here. Maybe just not enough heat into the tyres, maybe a slippery surface. But high drama here in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. It's Dylan Pereira who's leading the way from Larry Tenforder, Lauren Heinrich, Luke Hartog, and Max van Splunteren. A good job from him up into 5th place. Then then Maurice Scheuring, Bastian Boos, who's dropped down, and Huub van Eindhoven. Huub van Eindhoven is likely to be a big winner here in the Rookie Championship, as he was close to the first two. You can see from the graphic the safety car is out. There's debris on the course, and I think everybody just needs a moment to cool down and regather themselves. That was a frantic opening lap of this race. There is the Porsche safety car waiting for the rest of the pack to catch up. Dylan Pereira will bring them to a much slower speed. Larry Tenforder and Lauren Heinrich. So really dramatic opening lap for the second day running, but interestingly, the two top drivers in the Rookie Championship, Lorcan Hannafin and Alexander Fack, both spinning and both in the bottom two positions in this race, well out of the points. Let's have another look at the start. You can see the lights went off. Dylan Pereira, a much better start for him today. He cut across in front of Larry Tenforder, did exactly what he needed to do to keep the 25 car behind him. Of course, these drivers need to play the long game, particularly those challenging for the points championship, because they need consistency. They can't afford non-finishes. That was Hannafin and Prochik going round. There was Wagner and Spreng involved there as well. This is another look. You can see how deep Pereira went into the corner. That was Hannafin, who was turned around. This is the view from Hannafin. Let's see what happened there. He went to the outside of his teammate. I really hope they didn't make contact. And it is Rudy Van Buren who's in front of him, under braking over that bump into turn one. And it looks like Hannafin was just in the sandwich, and he gets turned around. Doesn't look like he got collected, so hopefully no damage there. Jan-Erik Sluten, now that was the driver that got in to Harold Prochik and Zoran Spreng, and maybe that was one of the reasons why Lorcan Hannafin went spinning. This is the view from Carlos Rivas, and there is Richard Wagner also turning around. The stewards got their work cut out this afternoon sorting this lot out. Whether there are any penalties incoming, well, there is a penalty incoming for car number 96. That is Jan-Erik Sluten, and that is for a jump start. He's going to get a 5-second time penalty. So many things going on here, trying to keep abreast of it all. So yes, it is just Jan-Erik Sluten who has that 5-second time penalty. That will be added at the end of the race. The race, which is back under green flag conditions after the debris has been retrieved, and a little bit more order as they head down into turn one, although Larry Tenforder just poking his nose out of the queue a little bit, taking a different line into turn one. A very strange reverse camber in turn one. The drivers often caught out by that. A change of surface into turn two. Two different surfaces, and the interconnect between the two also a bit tricky for some of these drivers, but they come through. They've all survived, apart from the 95 and Richard Wagner. Once again, he's done more spins than I can count this weekend, and once again Wagner picks it up, points it in the right direction, and he's going around the racetrack, or is the racetrack going around him, as the old saying goes, and he goes spinning. And also Prochik was almost involved there again. In fact, Prochik was more than involved. I think that might have been the finishing touch that Wagner needed to turn him around. Lorcan Hannafin, this is the view from him. Now is Prochik smoking the tyres into turn one. Hannafin says, "I'll have some of that, thank you very much," and sails past the lot of them. Right, here come the lead pack. Dylan Pereira bumping over the curbs, using the chicane. Well, what chicane? They just drive straight over it, don't they? These cars, they build them strong at Porsche. And Dylan Pereira leading from Larry Tenforder, Lauren Heinrich, Luke Hartog, Max van Splunteren, Maurice Scheuring, Bastian Boos. Huub van Eindhoven was our leading rookie, but we can see there that Bastian Boos and Maurice Scheuring are now in the battle, as also is the Max van Splunteren car. And it looks like Maurice Scheuring is coming out in front of that particular pack. Bastian Boos also there. So lots of changes going on at the mid part of the back of this group. Is Bastian Boos leading Maurice Scheuring, then Huub van Eindhoven on that particular group of cars. Huub van Eindhoven, who was the leading rookie, but now getting relegated down the order. Bastian Boos looking to move forward after a difficult start. He's now up to 5th place. Maurice Scheuring following him all the way. And there is Huub van Eindhoven and also Max van Splunteren going at it side by side. And Rudy van Buren also in there, as well as is Jesse van Kuik. So lots of drama all the way through this pack, and particularly for the places around 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Alex Tauscher is the driver in 9th place. Harold Procik, well, I should think the chances of all four of those wheels pointing in the right direction are quite remote. He's been in an awful lot of contact during this race already, and we're only 9 minutes into it. Procik decided to call it a day. The ex-ADAC TCR Germany champion parking it up. A drive-through penalty for Jan-Erik Sloten. So his weekend, which has been poor already, has just got a little bit worse. Jan-Erik Sloten, a drive-through penalty for causing a collision. So he has to drive through the pit lane, keeping to the speed limit. That is going to drop him to the absolute back of the pack. Don't be distracted by the other Porsche at the side of your screen there. That was from the earlier GT Masters race. Jan-Erik Sloten passes through the pit lane. Now coming into this race, he was at the top of the Pro-Am standings. He was 22 points clear of Carlos Rivas. Rivas, who is the defending champion. Look at the smoke at the top of your picture. Someone's had a moment into turn one, haven't they? There's still smoke in the air now. Carlos Rivas will be rubbing his hands together, because this will give him an opportunity. He is having a fabulous time of it. He's up to 13th on the road, and he is well clear in the Pro-Am standings in this race. He leads the Pro-Am category, 13th on the track. Second in the Pro-Am is Georgi Donchev, clearly the Mikael Amamuller car, suiting him very well indeed. He is 20th on the track and second in the standings. He really doesn't want to bend that car as well. Ahmad Al-Shahab is third in the Pro-Am standings. Right, there's Alex Tauscher, Rudy van Buren, Jesse van Kuik, all running together. Behind them is Lucas Grunewald in the blue car, and Ariel Levy and Jukka Honkavori all running in single file. This looks like it could explode any moment at all. It's Alex Tauscher who's made the best progress. He's found a route past Max van Splunteren. Van Splunteren has just taken it back again. So Max van Splunteren retakes that 8th place. Alex Tauscher back down to 9th. It's all change in the mid-order of this race. We've got a little under 20 minutes plus 1 lap remaining, and it's Dylan Pereira leading the way. Finally, they space out a little bit, and we get a chance to breathe. Jukka Honkavori looking quite eager in 14th place as he looks at the back of Ariel Levy. There is Jesse van Kuik in the number 26, and he is 11th place. So streaming through, we come, the cars very much in single file. A great drive so far from Carlos Rivas. He's now down to 15th place, but he's making good progress. To remind you, there are 3 championships that run within this race. There is the overall Drivers' Championship, there is the Pro-Am Championship, and there is the Rookie Championship. And Carlos Rivas' main priority is being the highest placed rookie. He's currently 15th on the track. His nearest, sorry, not the rookie, he's the highest placed Pro-Am driver. His nearest rival is Georgi Donchev, who is 20th on the track in the Rookie Championship. Our leading rookie is Huub van Eindhoven, and his main challengers, Alex Fack and also Lorcan Hannafin, are a little way down the order. Hannafin has made it back up to 22nd, so Hannafin really coming through the field like a dose of salt. Alex Fack a long way back. There is Lorcan Hannafin at the back of that trio of cars. You've got Georgi Donchev in the unfamiliar yellow number 2 car. Then behind him is Ahmad Al-Shahab, and then Lorcan Hannafin. Hannafin, who needs to get back into the rookie points here. Here comes Ahmad Al-Shahab to the outside of Georgi Donchev. And Lorcan Hannafin just holding back slightly as they head into turn 1, and going deep into the corner is Georgi Donchev, who holds on to that position, and Ahmad Al-Shahab can't get it slowed down, and he drops back. So looking again at that move, it was Al-Shahab who moved to the outside into turn 1, under braking, just can't get it slowed down enough. You see the car sliding, he just keeps it out of the gravel trap, and that allows Lorcan Hannafin to also come sailing through and jump up into 21st place. And now Hannafin has made short work of Georgi Donchev as well. So Lorcan Hannafin now up into 20th place. Moving forwards is Lorcan Jochen Hanafin as he looks to make up for that spin that he had at the beginning of this race. To remind you again of the rookie standings, it's Huub van Eindhoven who leads the way in this race. He's 7th on the track. Second in category, the rookie category, Alex Tauscher in 9th place on the track, and in 3rd in the rookie category and 13th on the circuit is Ariel Levy. Here comes our race leader, Dylan Pereira. While all this has been going on, he's opened up a gap of 1.3 seconds. Here comes Bastian Buus on the inside of Luke Hartog. Hartog didn't look to be putting up too much of a fight, but he carries a lot less speed into that turn 1. Looks like he's trying to make the switch back to take the position back, but Bastian Buus shuts the door, and Luke Hartog is staring at the back of the number 99 Allied Racing Porsche. Now Luke Hartog looks like he's going to mount a challenge in return, but Bastian Buus, another driver moving forwards, and Luke Hartog, who started 3rd, is now relegated down to 5th place. Really not getting a rhythm that he wants here at the Nürburgring this weekend, but he's still got 16.5 minutes plus 1 lap to find a route past Bastian Buus and get himself back up into the podium positions. Keep an eye on Maurice Scheuring, who is behind them. Maurice Scheuring has been closing in on this duo for the last couple of laps, and he will soon be hassling Luke Hartog as well. Huub van Eindhoven in the background, but not getting involved in this particular battle. So here they come, bumping across the curbs and using the chicane to good effect. Here's a replay into turn 1, and it really was a large gap that Luke Hartog left. You could see him switch back to the inside, that strange reverse camber of the corner down the hill to try and take the position back, but it wasn't going to happen. Jan-Erik Sloten, who's currently running in 29th position, just finding a route past Mark Thomas, who's guesting here this weekend. Maybe a little bit of a nudge, but Jan-Erik Sloten, who's been observed by the stewards and had that drive-through penalty, not really making the progress he wants at the back of the pack. Now Lauren Heinrich has closed in on Larry Ten Forder. Ten Forder defending for all he's worth. Lauren Heinrich just jumps him almost without warning, but Larry Ten Forder coming back. There's a collision between the two cars. Larry Ten Forder onto the grass. The dust rises up into the air. Now hopefully there's no damage to either of those cars, but Heinrich up into 2nd place, and that was a proper elbows out move. Bastian Buus and Luke Hartog also in the background. They're ready to pick up the pieces if these two cars get together. To remind you, Larry Ten Forder and Lauren Heinrich are playing the long game. They are very much in the championship hunt. Bastian Buus a little way off the championship lead. Here's a replay. You can see, oof, have some of that. Shoulders out. Luke Hartog less so in the championship hunt at this stage of the season, so he may be more willing to take a few risks to get past these two. But Lauren Heinrich, well, he's not making any mistakes today, is he? He's up into 2nd place, and Larry Ten Forder pushed off into the dirt. Larry looking to become the first driver ever to win 3 Porsche Carrera Cup Germany titles, and he has Lauren Heinrich between him and that title at the moment. No surprise at all, the incident between those two is under investigation by the stewards. Now the question is, will Lauren Heinrich receive any kind of penalty for that? There is Wagner, who really should take up a career in rallycross, because once again he's out on the dirt and rejoins, no problems there. So what will the stewards say about Lauren Heinrich and Larry Ten Forder? Bastian Buus is just hovering in the background. Was there any damage done to the two cars in front of him? Of course, all of this is allowing Dylan Pereira to stretch his legs. His lead is now up to over 3.2 seconds. And as long as 2nd and 3rd are squabbling, that allows Pereira to really pull away up the road. And Heinrich has opened up a gap between himself and Ten Forder. And you do wonder whether Larry might have received some damage as a result of that little excursion out onto the grass. Bastian Buus is there, ready to pounce, looking for yet another podium. Bastian Buus, one of the absolute up-and-coming superstars in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. He took his first ever win in Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup at Paul Ricard just a couple of weeks ago. He took his first ever win in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany in June at Imola, and he is a man on a mission. He has got his eyes on titles in the future. He could well be in contention for the title this year, the way this is going. And here he is, challenging the defending title holder, Larry Tenforda, into turn 1. Switches back to the inside, down the little hill they come, up towards turn 2. Larry Tenforda looks to have this covered off. Pereira is disappeared off up the road. Here comes Bastian Buus to the inside. Don't know if there was any contact at all, but Bastian Buus just squeezing Larry Tenforda. Luke Hartog, ever the opportunist, through on the inside as well. Luke Hartog, he's going to get both of them. Luke Hartog through past Larry Tenforda. Here comes Maurice Scheuring as well. Larry Tenforda relegated down the order. And surely he's got some kind of damage, but Luke Hartog did not need 2 invitations to come past. So Hartog passed both Bastian Buus and Larry Tenforda, and suddenly Hartog is really in the running here. Let's take another look at that. Bastian Buus looked to the inside. There may have been a connection between the 2 cars. It looked like Bastian Buus might have got onto the dirt slightly. They both go deep into the corner, and that just leaves a massive gap on the inside. And Luke Hartog says, thank you very much, I'll be having that. And through he goes. Maurice Scheuring trying to follow through as well, but then that outside line just proving a little bit too much for the number 14 car, and he slots back in. The view from Bastian Buus and looking back at Larry Tenforda. Tenforda has been very much in the wars here this weekend, well certainly in this race. So Hartog up to 3rd place, and now the challenge is on, and this is Bastian Buus who's found a route past Luke Hartog. So Bastian Buus fighting back for all he's worth and up into 3rd place, relegating Luke Hartog off the podium position. Now Maurice Scheuring trying to get involved as well. Luke Hartog almost pushing Bastian Buus around the corner. It's Buus, Hartog and Maurice Scheuring. This is very much the future of GT racing. These 3 young superstars all in the talent pool, fighting each other. Such talent amongst these 3 drivers, and here they are leading Larry Tenforda. You'll have seen from the display there is no further action for the incident between Lauren Heinrich and Larry Tenforda. So as you were, no penalties incoming for them. So car 13 is under investigation. That's Alex Tauscher for a jump start. He running in 9th place at the moment, which is a great result for him if he can keep like that. But if he gets any kind of penalty, obviously that will see him drop down the order. Now, incident between Bastian Buus and Larry Tenforda under investigation. The race stewards really have got their work cut out in this, haven't they? Here comes our race leader, Dylan Pereira. Remember him? He disappeared at the beginning. 3.5 seconds to the good of Lauren Heinrich. There's Heinrich running on his own. Bastian Buus ahead of Luke Hartog, who's now got his mirrors full of Maurice Scheuring. Less than 10 minutes of this race remaining, and Bastian Buus looks like he's got a problem. Buus is slowed. Bastian Buus slowing the number 99 car. Now, whether he's been instructed by the stewards, there's nothing now that is just flashed up on our screens. The stewards have instructed Bastian Buus to fall back behind Larry Tenforda. So that message coming through as he did it. Bastian Buus losing a handful of places as he has to back out of it, and suddenly he's got all that hard work to do again as a result of that contact with Larry Tenforda. Bastian Buus relegated back down into 6th place. So in front of him is yesterday's winner, Larry Tenforda. Huub van Eindhoven also there as well, but you get the feeling Larry Tenforda is carrying damage as a result of all the contact that he's had in this race. He moves across to block Bastian Buus, and it just feels like Larry Tenforda is ailing somewhat in that car. Here comes Huub van Eindhoven on the outside. Huub van Eindhoven challenging Bastian Buus. What a great drive from him. Max van Splunteren also involved, and Bastian Buus still holding on, and and still pushing Larry Tenvoorde. So Tenvoorde, Bastian Buus, Huub van Eindhoven, Max van Splunteren, and also Alex Tauscher in there as well. Luke Hartog has Maurice Schuring for company. Hartog in the last of the podium places. Look at Bastian Buus on the outside and Larry Tenvoorde going into turn one. They both go wide into the corner. Larry Tenvoorde making that Porsche as wide as possible. And now Huub van Eindhoven is through. Bastian Buus relegated down another position, but he doesn't give up. To the inside of Huub van Eindhoven he goes. What a great race. Bastian Buus in front of Huub van Eindhoven. Larry Tenvoorde is able to break away. Now they are all queuing up behind. Max van Splunteren and Rudy van Buren is also joining in. Alex Tauscher's in there as well. Such a scrap going on for that 5th position with Larry Tenvoorde, Bastian Buus, Huub van Eindhoven, and here they are queuing up behind Bastian Buus at the moment. Jesse van Kooijk is there in the number 26 orange and black machine, but leading the queue, Larry Tenvoorde. Can we stand another 7 minutes of this? Absolutely brilliant. Dylan Pereira at the front, still leading the way, but our attention very much on this fight further back, and now Ariel Levy is also joining it. So Ariel Levy in the number 75 car joining the back of this queue, and Larry Tenvoorde clearly ailing somewhat now, and maybe holding up the cars behind, hard to know. Luke Hartog in the last of the podium positions with Maurice Schuring. Schuring has his eyes on the 3rd step of the podium surely, but they've broken away from Larry Tenvoorde in 4th, 5th place. Larry Tenvoorde, Bastian Buus, Huub van Eindhoven, Max van Splunteren, Alex Tauscher also there, Rudy van Buren, Jesse van Kooijk, Ariel Levy, and Lucas Groeneveld, and Yuka Honkavori a little way back down the road, but rushing to join that queue. How much longer can Larry Tenvoorde hold on to the amount of pressure that Bastian Buus is piling on? And you know, if Buus gets even a glimpse of daylight through, he is going to be past the number 25 car. This is his view as he's looking at the back of a car that is clearly ailing. The Team GP Elite Porsche being driven by Larry Tenvoorde, yesterday's winner, still holding on to that 5th place. Just looking at the timing screens, and there's been nothing awarded yet. But I think the stewards are probably going to be sifting through the videos of this one into the dark hours, I should think. Pereira up front, still. Heinrich in second, still looking fairly solid. Hartog looking less solid with Schuring challenging him for that 3rd place, but still holding on. And then this fight here. Larry Tenvoorde and Bastian Buus have broken clear of Huub van Eindhoven. So maybe he's able to hold on. We shall see. A replay into the chicane. You can see the cars taking so much curb, trying to straight line as much as that chicane as possible. Here they come, all bouncing through, and you can see everybody down to Yuka Honkavori in 14th place, joining that queue, and Lucas Ertl in 15th. He may well be joining that battle before this race is done. Once again, Bastian Buus is challenging Larry Tenvoorde. Here they come into the Mercedes arena. Larry Tenvoorde still holding on. Bastian Buus pulls to the outside, now behind the car. Is he going to take a look to the inside? Maybe a little bit of a nudge, maybe not. Bastian Buus clearly the quicker of the two at the moment. This is the fight for 5th place. Larry Tenvoorde holding on for all he's worth. Bastian Buus behind. Then Huub van Eindhoven. Bastian Buus must have cooked the tyres with the amount of effort he has done, but now he pulls alongside Larry Tenvoorde. He's going to have to go the long way around turn 8 as they head along the stretch towards the chicane. Under braking, Bastian Buus is through. Can he hold on to it? Can he slow it down? Yes, he does. So Bastian Buus up into 5th place past Larry Tenvoorde. Huub van Eindhoven taking a different line. Larry Tenvoorde doing all that he can around turn 11 to try and force his way past Bastian Buus. Keep an eye on Alex Tauscher at the back of that queue as well. Max van Splunton in there on the inside of Huub van Eindhoven. 3.5 minutes plus 1 lap remaining. In 5th place, Bastian Boos, Larry ten Voorde, 3 abreast into turn 1. Max van Splunton to the inside, Tauscher to the outside. Huub van Eindhoven, the meat in the sandwich. But Bastian Boos through into 5th place. Huub van Eindhoven has been mugged by Max van Splunton and now has Alex Tauscher also monstering him all the way. We saw that Tauscher was under investigation for a jump start. Nothing has come up on that at the moment. And the rest of the cars working their way through. Let's have a look at a replay of this. Bastian Boos, Larry ten Voorde side by side. Here they go, and then up towards the chicane, trying to slow the thing down, take a bit of curb, and Larry ten Voorde is following the fastest duck in the Nürburgring region, and that is on the side of the Bastian Boos car. And you can see the three abreast battle behind Max van Splunton, Huub van Eindhoven and Alex Tauscher all fighting, and it's van Splunton who comes out in front of that particular fight. Wow, what a race we are seeing here. This is race 10 of a 16-race season for Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. You can't afford to take your eyes off the screen. A 5-second time penalty for car 65. That'll be Kai Pfister for an inaccurate grid position. So car 65 running in 27th on the track at the moment. Our leading rookie is Huub van Eindhoven, but he has Alex Tauscher for company. Alex Tauscher having one of his best races of the season, really getting stuck in. And Alex Tauscher second in the rookie standings. Our leading Pro-Am driver is Carlos Rivas, whom we ride on board with now. He is 16th on the track. Georgi Donchev in the borrowed car is down in 21st, but he is second in category in the Pro-Am standings. 90 seconds plus 1 lap of this race remaining. Dylan Pereira, well, while all that's been going on, he has a 5-second lead. That is the guesting Mark Thomas. A combination of drifting, aerobatics, and just driving around the chicane. He bumps over. Let's have another look at that. Almost gets it completely sideways, picks it all up. Surely that has got to hurt. But Mark Thomas, great to have him here, currently in 30th place in the race, and that is the Wagner car. We've seen him spinning many times, and finally Richard Wagner has parked up. Now, where is he on the track? Let's just see what happened there. He locked up, got out onto the dirt. Now, whether he connected with the fence or whether, yes, he did. So he connected with the fence, and it looks like his race is over. That's on the exit of turn 5. I think we are well into the race, and hopefully we can get through this without a safety car. I'm not sure that the old ticker can take a safety car restart, and in fact, with less than 30 seconds of this race, plus 1 lap remaining, there wouldn't be time to restart it. Dylan Pereira leading the way, a little over 5 seconds from Lauren Heinrich, and there's another car that's stationary. That's Zoran Spreng. Now, where is he? He's out on the track. It looks like he has had drama. That's on the exit of the chicane. He's gone pretty well on his own, and comes to a stop in front of the Pirelli banner. The clock strikes 0, so the next time around Dylan Pereira will start his last lap. Pereira from Heinrich, there are battles up and down the field, and let's have a look at what we're seeing a replay of here. That's Lucas Oertel doing a bit of pirouetting. So a number of cars have struggled with traction in this race all race long, and Lucas Oertel turning it around. Doesn't look like he's made contact with anything, so he's able to continue on his way. Our race leader is about to start his final lap, and that is Dylan Pereira. Here he comes into turn 1. In second, Lauren Heinrich, and Luke Hartog has managed to fend off the attentions of Morris Schuring. Schuring looks like he's thrown all that he can at Luke Hartog, and he's dropped back. Hartog will be very grateful for a podium out of this race. Bastian Boos running a little bit on his own now. Larry ten Voorde next. Max van Splunter and Huub van Eindhoven and Alex Tauscher. Whatever he had for breakfast, he should share it around, because Alex Tauscher is a man on fire today. He is really pushing hard. Second in the rookie standings. He wants first in the rookie running in this race. If he can get past Huub van Eindhoven, he will be the leading rookie. So that is why he's got the pressure on. It's rookie following rookie. The leading rookie, Huub van Eindhoven, 8th on the track, and Alex Tauscher 2nd in the rookie standings in this race, and 9th on the track. So we keep watching that, and Huub van Eindhoven, it looks like those rear tyres are fairly cooked as he slides his way around the corner up towards the Vidal chicane for the last time is our race leader. So we'll be cutting to him very shortly. Here he comes, Dylan Pereira into turn 10, now into turn 11. He's making up for what was a difficult day yesterday. Out onto the pit straight, Dylan Pereira gets his championship back on track by taking the win in race 10 of the season for Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. Quite a wait before we see second place. That is going to be Lauren Heinrich. It's a podium for Luke Hartog, holding off Maurice Schöring in 4th place. And then here comes Bastian Boos any moment now. There's Bastian Boos in 5th. And Larry ten Voorde, not a pole sitter, but a second row starter, no, front row starter in this race. Pull it together, man. Coming home in 6th place, so not an ideal race for him. And then Max van Splunteren. Huub van Eindhoven beats Alex Tauscher to the line to be the leading rookie. Tauscher, 2nd in the rookies, 9th on the track. Great result for him ahead of Jesse van Koik. Rudy van Buren, Ariel Levy in 12th place, Yukon Kavori, Lucas Grunewald, and winning the Pro-Am race, Carlos Rivas, 15th on the track. Lorcan Hannafin, while all that was going on, slowly nibbling his way back up the field to 16th place ahead of Jan Seifert. And in 18th place, Dan van Koik, Lucas Ertl in 19th, Sebastian Fremuth in 20th, and Georgi Donchev 21st and 2nd in the Pro-Am category, ahead of Ahmad Al-Shihab, who is 3rd in the Pro-Am category. The winning Pro-Am driver, Carlos Rivas, he's had a difficult couple of meetings in Carrera Cup Germany, but he's really pulled it back together here at the Nürburgring. He did a great job yesterday. He's doing a great job today. He will have closed in on the Pro-Am Championship. There is the classification after what has been an outstanding race for the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. So as the rest of the places come scrolling through, I think we need to all go have a little lie down. Significantly, Alex Fack did not make it to the finish. He went out in that earlier incident. And Alex Fack, who was 2nd in the rookie standings, that is going to hurt in the points championship. He was already 35 points behind Lorcan Hannafin, and Huub van Eindhoven will have closed in, if not passed him, in the rookie championship. So, rookie championship very much up and running and still all to play for. The Drivers' Championship still all to play for too, because Dylan Pereira had been losing ground in the Drivers' Championship. He's made it up in both races here this weekend on the leader in the standings, Lauren Heinrich. He was 60 points behind Heinrich coming into this race. That will have closed up. Heinrich obviously scored well with a 2nd place, but every point will count, and we do still have another 6 races remaining in this season. There is Lauren Heinrich. He'll be pleased after what was a traumatic day yesterday, and that's 2nd place. He will be very grateful for playing the long game and picking up the points. But there is our race winner. And he will be mighty relieved to take that top step of the podium. It was a pole position yesterday for Dylan Pereira, but he ended up in 3rd. And there is Luke Hartog. You can see how delighted he is. Had a difficult few weeks, particularly in Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup, and felt as though his shoulders had dropped a little bit and his chin was down. Follow the duck. And I think a podium exactly what he needed just to pick himself up again and head into the next race, which is only a fortnight away, and look for that elusive first win. Look, there is the championship standing. So Larry Tenforder now 23 points behind Lauren Heinrich. And Bastian Buus making such good progress as he closes in on the points championship. So Bastian Buus, count him out at your peril, just 46 points off the championship lead. Of course, 25 points for a win, so everything is possible. Really good to see Luke Hartog just celebrating, and really the shot in the arm that he needed at this point in his season, and finishing on the third step of the podium. What an absolutely extraordinary race. Car 13, Alex Tauscher, we said he was under investigation for a possible jump start. He will be mightily relieved to know that there is no further action incoming on that. So Alex Tauscher keeps hold of that 9th place, and that is his second best result of the season. He did get a 5th place at Zandvoort last time out, but he will be very pleased with that. And of course, second in the race for the rookies. So Dylan Pereira, another driver whose chin had dropped a little bit going into the summer. He picked up a 5th-place grid drop at Imola as a result of accumulation of reprimands for track limits and the like. And he was feeling a bit despondent about that, and he really needed to visit the top step of the podium again. That's exactly what he's about to do, and that will no doubt give him a real boost as we head into the last 3 rounds of the season. There is your 3rd place, Luke Hartog, bouncing across the curbs for Black Falcon Racing. For SSR Huber, the championship leader, Lauren Heinrich continues his march on towards what could be his first ever title in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. But there's a man who would like to relieve him of that possibility. Dylan Pereira for Iron Force Racing by Phoenix, taking the win in race 10 of Porsche Carrera Cup Germany here at the Nürburgring. So as we wait for the drivers to come onto the podium, a contender for race of the season, I have no doubt. There was that race at Imola, the first race at Imola back in June. It was race 5 of the season, which was, at that point, race of the season. I think this one might just oust that at the top of the tree. It's one of the best Porsche Carrera Cup races I think I've ever seen, actually. Utter entertainment. Please don't tell me it's single file racing, because it certainly isn't. I'm going to need a little lie down after that, because it was something quite spectacular. Fighting up and down the grid. Dylan Pereira's pole to flag victory, lights to flag victory, does not tell the story by any stretch of the imagination. What happened behind was truly extraordinary. Coupled with yesterday's barrel roll from Georgi Donchev, it's going to be a Nürburgring that we're probably going to be talking about for a few years to come. So there is the empty podium, soon to be occupied by the 1, 2, 3 Iron Force Racing by Phoenix. There will be some parting there tonight. Luke Hartog, the mega popular Dutch driver, the very tall Dutch driver, onto the podium. And there is Lauren Heinrich onto the second step of the podium. And here comes the race winner. Just when he needed it most, it's Dylan Pereira to the top step. Look at that, Luke Hartog's taller than him, even though he's 2 steps down. Here's the national anthem. Dylan Pereira, we salute you, say the team. And here's Luke receiving his trophy from Thomas Voss from the ADAC. Great to see the ADAC getting involved with the talent pool of Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. Here's Huri Isaac, Project Customer Sport Manager for Porsche. The ADAC, of course, the Porsche Carrera Cup very much part of the ADAC program, and really the two organisations getting closer and closer, and the ADAC getting heavily involved in the mighty talent pool, which is nurturing some incredible talent here in Carrera Cup Germany. And there's Dylan Pereira taking his first place trophy. And there is a trophy for the Iron Force Racing by Phoenix team. This is the second win of the season for Dylan Pereira. His first coming back at Red Bull Ring in May, and he's going to hope he doesn't have to wait too long for his third win of the season. The trophies have been presented. A quick moment for the photographs to be taken, and then everybody run for cover because it's all going to get a little bit wet and sticky as the champagne goes flying to celebrate what has been an extraordinary race here, an extraordinary weekend. Porsche Carrera Cup Germany round 5 will be something that will be mentioned in folklore. It has been an amazing weekend. Both races entertaining from beginning to end. How is Lausitzring going to meet up to that? We'll find out in 2 weeks' time. We head to the Lausitzring using part of the mighty Tri-Oval. It will be races 11 and 12 of the season. Miss it and weep. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.